Hey Virginia, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, going really well. So obviously, Resolver Recruitment, you specialise in the real estate space. Is anybody recruiting in real estate right now?
Believe it or not, there are some.
Really?
Yeah, there are some. There's still people that have people leave for whatever reason. I've still got some clients that are actually growing in this market still in property management, where they're just finding that they're not being serviced by their current agent.
Right.
So people are moving to agents where they think that they're going to get good service. So I think this is a time now for a lot of agents as well to really focus on their service levels, because just because everything seems to be falling apart, you let your service drop, as soon as this is over, your management is gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, all of the short-term rentals, Airbnb, and all that sort of stuff are coming onto the normal market
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
as well. So there's an opportunity there.
Yeah, so there is some movement. I'm not going to lie, it's not a lot, not
Yeah.
compared to what we normally do. But, the stuff that we've got is really good quality. So, yeah, no, there is still stuff around. But I'm not going to lie, the impact on our business has been absolutely huge. And you and I talk a lot, and, I've had some pretty dark days. I started my business during the GFC, 2 years before the GFC hit.
Right.
And we still did really well. We still grew, and we had a great couple of years. But this is something that we've never seen before. And so literally 95% of our business turned off overnight.
95%.
95%. So some of that started to come back a little bit, but yeah, the tap literally turned off overnight, which was frightening. And I
Yeah,
spoke to
it would
quite
be.
a lot of other owners of recruitment companies in my space as well at the time, and they were all the same.
Yeah.
So, but you speak to every agent as well, and for them, a lot of it's turned off too. So we're obviously very reliant on what goes on in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. But so you think that some people are starting to kind of get used to the new normal, if you will,
Yeah,
and
I think so. I
yeah,
think we all are a little bit, right?
right.
This is what we never thought normal would be, or what it would look like.
Oh
We're even
no.
talking about a Zoom wine on Saturday afternoon. Like, who would have thought? We normally do that
Yeah,
out in a bar near the office.
yeah,
So it is becoming the new norm at the moment. So, and I think people still have to live somewhere. People still want to have a job. What I find really sad is for the applications we're putting up, we're probably getting 100 applicants per job,
per job.
and
Yeah,
people coming from travel and hospitality. And so it's really sad to see that going on. But there's still not a lot of good quality in the real estate industry because people are trying to hold on to good people.
yeah, that's exactly right. The people that are losing their jobs typically in real estate right now are the ones that potentially are not right for the industry anyway, right?
Yeah, we always do a clean out when this sort of stuff happens, don't you? I think as a business owner, it's, you and I don't know why we don't do this all the time really, is that you sit down and look at the people in your team and make sure that every single person on a seat in your business is the best person on that seat. So I think sometimes when the times are good, you can get a little bit sidetracked and just let things flow on. Whereas when something like this hits, you've really got to look at every single seat individually and work out that you've got the best person for it. Or, it's money that you don't have to spend and you don't want to spend.
Yeah, and I guess we've talked a lot about the property management space and how much that's changing and how it really needs to have a stronger customer service focus than potentially we've had before. And so some of those hospitality workers are perfect in that space if we're
100%.
able to train them, right?
Well, we've had this conversation so many times over the years with, I don't understand why people want to keep recycling the same people that have lost their passion for it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You've got people that, imagine being a flight attendant. You've got people abusing you, they're drunk, they're being sick. If they can handle all that sort of stuff for a front desk concierge, they make great property managers, great sales assistants. Like, they're very customer focused. So I think now is maybe a good time for people, when it is a little bit quieter, to, if they are looking to hire, perhaps bring someone in that's a little bit different. Because I think when it takes off again, it'll really take off.
It'll really take off. Although I think I think the property managers will argue that it's a little bit quieter right now. I think a lot of them are dealing with, obviously, all of the rental relief conversations, which at least now we've got the information. They can have those conversations, but certainly negotiation skills are going to come to the fore at the moment.
Oh, 100%. And like property managers are getting absolutely slammed.
They are.
I speak to some of them who are getting, 50 requests a day for rental reductions. And obviously everybody's home now as well. So more things break and more repairs and maintenance need doing.
Yeah.
So I feel for them at the moment. They're really under the pump. But as I've said to you as well, I've had some principals now that are trying to pick up the slack because people are home with kids now and can't necessarily be at work, especially school holidays now. Schools are closed.
Yeah.
So I've got some principals that are out there till 3:00 in the morning. They're finishing off bits and pieces because they're out there showing properties and they're processing tenancy applications. And you got a lot of people that are genuinely shattered.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of being at home with the kids, I know you've got 2 young kids. How old are yours?
Stella's 8, nearly 9, and Ashton's 4, and full of energy.
How's that going for you, being at home with kids?
Yeah, that's interesting. Look, I have always worked. I had 6 weeks mat leave with Stella and 10 weeks mat leave with Ashton, and I've always worked. And I never signed up to be a stay-at-home mum, an educator, and run my businesses as well.
Yep.
So I'm not going to lie, I found it really tough. And I've had days where my husband's come home and I've just been in floods of tears because it's just hard. It's hard trying to entertain them and keep them balanced. And I've decided schoolwork a bit's got to go out the window. If my business survives and thrives after this, then they can have a tutor.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you can't do it all, right? And I put a post out, I think, a couple of weeks ago when this all first started, and I had a girlfriend come back to me saying, do you know what, just lower your expectations of what you can do with them and then lower them again. So stop putting so much pressure on yourself. And I think that was really, really good advice. As long as they're happy, they're healthy, and they've got 2 parents around or a parent that loves them, they're having a hard time too. So you've got to understand they want to be with their friends. They don't want to be at home with us all the time.
No, absolutely. I think it is good advice. Lower your expectations because, this shall pass. We don't know when.
No, we don't. We don't. I hope it's sooner rather than later for our sanity.
Don't we all? But I don't think it's useful to be speculating. A lot of people are speculating, okay, when are we going to come out of the shutdown? I think it's probably a little bit too early to start that speculation. Give it another couple of weeks and let's see what the end of the month brings.
Yeah, I think the end of April, hopefully we should get some sort of direction as how this is going to look.
Yeah.
But for now, as you said before, and what we've all talked about is this is the new norm for now, and you have to accept it. And it's brought a lot of people up to date. I've got clients now that are very happy to do Zoom calls and to interview, because obviously I've been doing it for a little while now because we can't have people around us. We can't be doing the interviews all the time. So I've got a dog barking at the back now. Right. It's not my children, it's the dogs whining to get into the office. But yeah, look, I've totally lost my train of thought now.
Getting people up to date with technology.
So a lot of people now have to use Zoom to interview, and they're finding it's time saving.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait for someone to come into an office. Someone is online to talk to you at that time.
Yep.
So it's brought a lot of people up to the 21st century. So I don't think that's a bad thing either.
I know. It's been quite amusing to watch all the agents scrambling to start to understand technology. So I've actually got a Zoom regional meeting with my business owners this morning. So it's probably the way we're going to continue to do our regional meetings moving forward.
So, absolutely. Why not? It saves on travel and it saves lots, and time. I think everybody is there in that space dedicated for that time.
Yeah. All right. Well, beautiful to catch up with you, my friend. And
you too.
we will do a wine over the weekend, hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. We must.
And enjoy your day and take care.
You too.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.